What's up, everybody? Welcome back to AndyAllOver, and today we are in Florence, Italy. And this is our street, and we are off in search of cibo, or food. Figure it out. We'll figure it out, man. Alright guys, we started with a little antipasto platter action. Look at this. Perfetto.
The pizza is here. The pizza is here. It's like Papito.
What do you think?
I'm so excited.
We're in full pig out mode. We're smashing the gelato. Alright guys, so the COVID rules here in Italy are almost the exact same as France. They kind of have this green pass going on, where if you live here, you're supposed to have this QR code you can scan to go into restaurants and everything. But for tourists, it's basically, hey, just show your CDC card and it works. So we sat down, we're eating gelato, and showed them our cards, and we're in, baby. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Alright guys, so we are at L'Or Torne. It is a Tuscan restaurant. So the big wine out here is the Chianti. It comes from Tuscany, and so there are about a million different Chiantis on the wine list. So I'm doing a little spaghetti action. Suzanne's doing a little chicken action. Alright y'all, back at the hotel. It is nighttime. We're gonna do a little night sesh on the balcony because this looks awesome. Now tell me this is not a great view. Alright y'all, welcome back. It is day 2 in Italy, and we're excited to show you these lovely vineyards here in Toscana. So we booked a day trip with AirBnb experiences, which you've never done before. It's essentially just local people offering tours and experiences in the area that you're traveling to. So we got to see kind of the farm in action. We got to smell all these different plants and kind of get an experience for the garden and kind of how they get all these fresh ingredients for their kitchen. We got to even see olives being grown to make their fresh homemade olive oil. And we had to put on these cool little blue boots to prevent bringing any sort of outside material in to where they were barreling the wine. And we got to taste lots of different fresh Italian wines. We had an awesome tour guide for the wine tasting session, and she really taught us, kind of all the different things to be looking for in the different wines, and the different processes for the various different types of wines they were growing. And then afterwards, we got to take a tour on the tractor where they actually took us down to the vineyards. We got to walk around a bit and kind of see the whole operation in action, if you will. And then after we finished up exploring the beautiful nature of their farm, we got back to the kitchen and prepared homemade raviolis from scratch with our awesome chef, Alex. It turns out it's pretty easy to make homemade ravioli if you have eggs, flour, and this material to make some cheese mix on the inside of the raviolis. This is what the semi-finished products looked like before we put them into the oven. And then here's the table of all of us drinking wine in our tour group, waiting for the food to be served. We did get a little appetizer sesh with some bruschetta, and it was really delicious. The tomatoes were super, super fresh. And a few glasses of wine later, the raviolis were ready, and they were super, super delicious. You could just tell how fresh and natural tasting they were, just fresh out of the hands, fresh out of the kitchen. And at the end, we got to relax a bit by their pool. But then, all right, everyone, so the Airbnb dropped us off at the train station. We're supposed to take us back to Florence. The only problem is the train is delayed by like an hour and a half. So we got a group of like 13 people all coming back. We got nowhere to go. So we're gonna try to find a little booze cruise to wait out the train. Stay tuned. Problem solved.
Places.
We don't do it, dude.
I put like a little bit of salt and like not allowed to have.
Update. Second train got canceled too. We are continuing to be stranded. SOS. Update. We just asked a stranger in a van for a ride and got shut down. So we're gonna keep shooting our shot.
On my way.
Ciao. Update. The guys that were hosting, say hi. Hi for the vlog. Hi.
Peace and health.
You guys want to say hi? For YouTube?
Hey.
Hello.
YouTube vlog.
These are my friends. We're gonna die together. So the guys from the Airbnb came back and got us, taking us about 10-15 minutes to the next town. At this point, might just have to take it 10-15 minutes at a time. So we're gonna wing it. We're gonna wing it. But we've had a few sprints, so we're not in bad spirits. Alright. So guys, the final update is Alex with the Airbnb company was able to take us to Empoli. And now we're on a train back to Firenze. But it certainly has been a little inconvenient, but we're making it back, hopefully. Alright y'all, that concludes our wild day in the Tuscan countryside. We're gonna go get some dinner, but we're turning the camera off for the night. We'll catch you back for day 3 in Florence tomorrow. Alright guys, it is our 3rd day here in Florence. It is Friday morning and we got a couple museums on the itinerary today, but right now we're smashing a little bit of food and coffee at a cafe, and then off the Galleria Dell'Academia. So we got the sandwich, this little pastry, a coffee, and a bottle of water. And here's what it came out to. So it was like $125 for each of the things at the bar. Actually, the sandwich was $2.50, sorry. And the cappuccino was $1.30. The water was $1. So basically, we got a couple of snacks, a cafe, and a water for $5.90. Alright guys, so we were waiting in line to get in here, and one thing I noticed right away is that when you book your time slot, that's pretty set, and they actually have people blocked off in lines based off when they bought. So we bought at 11 o'clock, and so we're in the 11 o'clock line. Also, you do have to show your COVID card to get in, so make sure you have some sort of proof of vaccination if you want to enter. Alright guys, we have made it. Oop! Dropped my ticket. That was a big fail. Alright guys, so we made it into the Galleria Dell'Academia. This costs you 16 euros a person, so it's not bad at all. Look what we have here. So guys, I've seen a lot of different art in my life, but honestly, I don't think I've ever seen anything that just made my jaw drop like the day did. I mean, it is breathtaking. They kind of have them here, and the lights coming in from the ceiling. It's super impressive. picked ourselves a little David to go.
Me.
Alright guys, we are popping out of the Accademia, and all I gotta say is it was worth every euro. You definitely gotta go see it. The David is probably the most impressive piece of art I've ever seen. I also definitely recommend buying your tickets online, because then you can just get in line for the time that you've already booked, show them your confirmation on your phone, go inside, they'll print your tickets, and it's super easy. You definitely don't want to get caught in a long line of people right behind me without tickets or without a reservation, just hoping to get in. And especially keep in mind that we have this long line right here, and this isn't even like a peak tourist time, because we're still dealing with a little bit less traveling because of COVID. So I mean, if this was like summer, post-COVID or pre-COVID, I mean, there's no chance you'd get in. You'd want to wait hours in line just to get a ticket if you didn't have a reservation. And also, reservations, you want to book them pretty decently ahead. You know, I mean, again, given the current circumstances, I was able to get reservations a couple days ahead of time, but, you know, the couple days, you know, the first couple days we got here were already booked out when I came, so I had to wait until today to actually be able to get tickets available. So just book your tickets ahead of time for these museums. They're really, really popular. There's a good reason for it. So just make sure that you're doing your homework and not setting yourself up for a disappointment. Alright guys, so one of the things that we caught at the museum is that they do have kind of a copy of the David here at the Palazzo Vecchio. David is right over here and we'll show you.
Right away looks like a copy.
Alright guys, so we are at the Palazzo Vecchio and we are about to have lunch. This is one of the most kind of touristy areas. It's pretty close to a lot of things going on. So we'll see how much this all comes out to cost. Not a bad place for a spritz. Alright guys, so this little plate of meats and cheeses and a little bit of jam was 12 euros. I'm about to get my money's worth. So guys, I think that something I just found out is an example of why location is everything, and Florence and a lot of other places, depending on where you are in the city, is going to depend on the price. So this spritz is 15 euros, and other parts of Florence, 10 minutes from here, 5 euros, 6 euros. So it just depends on where you are, and since we are at the Palazzo Vecchio, you're going to pay 3 times as much. So that's how it goes, I guess. Alright guys, it is time for museum round 2. We are going to the Galleria degli Uffizi. Suzette is super excited for this one. So guys, as you can see here, it was 20 euros to get our tickets. We bought these online as well, so we don't have to wait. So we can actually just go ahead and get right in line and enter. A lot of the art at the Galleria degli Uffizi is art that was given to the museum by the Medici family after they all kind of died out. And so the last Medici heiress, her name was Anna Maria Luisa. So she gave all of the art to the city of Florence. And so the Uffizi was actually one of the first modern art museums. We've been able to visit it since 1765, and it kind of became a formal public museum in 1865. So a lot of this art is Renaissance era art, so we're talking late 13th century until, let's say, early 15th century, give or take. So obviously Florence is kind of known as the birthplace of the Renaissance, and so it's only fitting that they have these beautiful museums here that kind of have a lot of the art from that time preserved and in a place where you can go visit it. Alright guys, we're at the Plaza Santo Spirito, and we are definitely a little bit more away from the tourist area we were before, and yeah, there's spritz for 5 euros. So it's crazy how you can literally walk 10 minutes away from where we just were, across the Ponte Vecchio bridge, and walk a little bit further, and everything just dramatically drops in price. Always good to pay half the price for the same thing 10 minutes away. So alright guys, update for the vlog. She said I got a marinara pizza, and it only has marinara. So pro tip, get the margarita pizza if you want cheese and not just sauce. So guys, here's the damage for water, spritz, cover charge, and a couple of pizzas. Alright guys, so we're at a place called Trattoria Sazza. It was highly recommended to us by a few people, so we're going to finally dig into the Florentine steak tonight. And this place definitely seems legit so far with the long line we've been waiting. One thing too, I know that we're at a good spot is because the Florentine steak is 40 euros, whereas we were at a place last night, a lot closer to a hotel, a lot closer to the tourist area, and it was 90 euros for a kilo Florentine steak. So the prices here can vary widely depending on where you're at in the city. So just walk 10-15 minutes away from where all the hot spots are, and you'll find the prices can honestly cut in half. Alright guys, so here is the Florentine steak. It is 1 kilogram, which is 2 pounds. So we got 2 pounds of Italian steak right here. Wow, look at that. Look at that meat. Wow. Alright guys, first impression time, Florentine steak. Wow. Look pretty good. Alright guys, we have finished off this bad boy, and it definitely lived up to the hype, for sure. Alright guys, here's the damage. $5 cover, $18 bottle of wine, euro. 3 euro agua, 10 euro pasta, 48 euro steak. Not bad. Alright guys, I think that is going to be a wrap for night 3/day 3. Day 3, night 3, I guess both the same. And Rome? Not in Rome. Alright guys, that is going to be a wrap for day 3 in Florence. We got 2 days left until we head back to the Stati Uniti. We'll see you tomorrow. Alright y'all, Saturday morning in Florence. It is a little bit rainy today in Florence, and so we are off to make some good use of our time and get our COVID test that you have to get to come back to America. So there is free COVID testing outside the Santa Maria Novella train station, and so we're gonna go check that out and get our COVID test and then get back to exploring the city. Guys, so if you see this Burger King here by the train station, right across the street, we got some tents. That's where we will meet our destiny, as if we get to go home Monday or if we're stuck in Italy in a hotel for a few weeks. But I think we're gonna be fine. Alright y'all, we are 36 minutes to the line. We got, I don't know, 15 people in front of us. So we're gonna grind it out. This is open 8 to 2 o'clock every day. And it's like 1 o'clock right now, so we're also hoping that we get in before it closes, or they don't close on us if we're already in line. I don't know, we're kind of winging this off. Alright y'all, our noses have been violated and we are waiting test results. So yeah, start to finish, we waited in line about an hour and a half. It's a Saturday, we got in line at what, 12:15? It's 1:55, so a little over an hour and a half, start to finish. So it's not bad, it's free. There's other options. I mean, you could go to the airport, you could pay money, but our flight leaves early Monday, and so we wouldn't actually be able to do it before our flight. So this isn't a bad option if you want to wait it out and you have a little bit of time. So a little bit more waiting, and then back to our last 2 days in Italy. All right, y'all, the COVID gods have spoken. We are negative. Thank you, Pfizer. Suzette is también negativo.
Yes, negative.
Thank you, Pfizer gang. Alright guys, we found a little cafe here, a little off the beaten path, and it is 320 euros for 2 coffees and a croissant. Not bad.
Wow, they're huge.
Alright y'all, sandwich time. Let's smash it. So guys, I got the sandwich with ham, cheese, truffle, and some other stuff on it. It's really, really good. Suzette got the like ham, cheese, tomato, lettuce. These sandwiches are only 5 euros, and they are absolute fuego. Alright y'all, Saturday night in Florence. It is our second to last night, and we are gonna roll through the Ponte Vecchio again, and we have a couple more things we want to show you here in a bit. All right, y'all, we are in a new neighborhood tonight. We are in the San Nicolo neighborhood. We are gonna check out the Piazzale Michelangelo, which is kind of a cool park overview area, and we're gonna get dinner here and kind of explore a new part of town. So guys, about a 10-15 minute walk up that hill we just showed you will take you to the top of the Piazzale Michelangelo, and this view is worth the climb. Alright y'all, have some excellent lighting here, just want to point that out. Dinner tonight is still in the San Nicolo neighborhood. It's at Osteria del Bruco. Let's check it out. Oh, that's it. GK. So guys, this place is a really cool little quiet street here. It's low-key, you definitely wouldn't notice it unless you were looking for it. But it is, I don't know, it's a quiet little street. It's pretty, and everything seems reasonably priced. So, I'm excited to dig in. Alright guys, we're starting off with a little carbonara sesh. Yeah. Not a bad view. Alright guys, so we got the veal. We're gonna have a little veal sesh here. Alright, time for the moment of truth. That's pretty dope. That was a successful dinner sesh, guys. And that place was super low-key, super good, and super cheap, and that's all you can ask for. Alright guys, that's all I got for you on this episode of AndyAllOver. On the next episode of AndyAllOver, we're going to be showing you our 5th and final day in Florence, Italy. You're not going to want to miss it, so go ahead and make sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video, because in the next episode, we are going to climb this beautiful building, the Duomo.